Hello and welcome to Daily Immigration News on Immigration Talk Show. I'm your host Nipasa Pradhan, bringing you the latest updates on immigration policies, visa changes, and deportation trends. Our news is collected from authentic and credible sources, ensuring you get the most accurate and up-to-date information on immigration developments. So, let's dive into today's top headlines. Canada hits record 483,000 PRs in 2024, sets new targets for 2025-27. New Brunswick slashes PR nominations by 50% of 2025 amid sector prioritization. Fear of immigration arrests alters daily life of Austin families. U.S. visa delays loom as Trump's order tightens immigration rules. U.S. deports 157 more Indians amid crackdown on illegal immigration. 8 Gujaratis deported from U.S. arrive in Ahmedabad amid immigration crackdown. Trump fires 20 immigration judges amid crackdown on federal bureaucracy. Mass deportations. Trump's immigration crackdown faces logistical hurdles. Our legs were chained. Indian deportees recount. Harsh U.S. immigration crackdown. From hope to uncertainty, legal immigrants fear deportation as Trump ends humanitarian program. U.S. deports 119 Indians amid crackdown. Deportees claim harsh treatment. Canada urges colleges to diversify student intake beyond India amid immigration shift. Canada tightens immigration rules. Study and work permits now easier to revoke. Canada Child Benefit financial relief for immigrant families as next payment arrives February 20th. Dodge shakeup. Trump admin drops charges against NYC mayor amid immigration policy push. First up, we have Canada hits record 483,000 PRs in 2024, sets new targets for 2025 to 2027. Canada has achieved a record-breaking milestone in immigration, granting permanent residency to 483,000 newcomers in 2024. This aligns with the Canada Immigration Levels Plan of 2024 to 2026, reaffirming the country's commitment to attracting global talent. India remains the top source country despite an 8.92% decline in PR admissions. Meanwhile, Cameroon saw the highest growth at 81.43%. Ontario, Alberta, and Quebec led the provinces in PR admissions, while Toronto and Vancouver saw declines. And Ottawa, Gatineau. Looking ahead, Canada plans to admit 395,000 PRs in 2025, 380,000 in 2026, and 365,000 in 2027, with a strong focus on French-speaking immigrants outside Quebec. These adjustments highlight Canada's strategic approach to balancing economic growth with housing and labor market challenges. New Brunswick slashes PR nominations by 50% for 2025 amid sector prioritization. In a major shift to its immigration policy, New Brunswick has cut its provincial nominee allocations by 50% for 2025, with only 2,750 PR spots available. The New Brunswick Provincial Nominee Program, NBPNP, will receive 1,500 spaces, while the Atlantic Immigration Program, AIP, gets 1,250. Despite the reduction, some immigration streams remain open, including New Brunswick skilled worker, business immigration, and critical worker pilot programs. However, the strategic initiative stream will not accept new EOIs, and the private career college graduate program will close by autumn 2025. Express entry pathways are set to reopen soon, but certain occupations like restaurant managers, cooks, and administrative assistants will be ineligible. Meanwhile, the skilled worker program has introduced 3 new pathways, prioritizing work experience, graduates, and high-demand occupations. Will New Brunswick get more PR spots? The province is in talks with federal authorities following Newfoundland and Labrador's successful negotiation to reverse its 50% immigration cut. More updates may follow as discussions progress. Fear of immigration arrests alters daily life of Austin families. Concerns over immigration raids under the Trump administration are impacting daily routines for immigrant families in Austin. Maribel Galvanez, a mother from Honduras, has stopped sending her second grader on the school bus, fearing he might witness an immigration arrest or distressing deportation talks among classmates. Although she and her son have legal visas, the growing fear of detentions has led many parents to change their habits, opting to drive their children to school instead. This reflects the wider anxiety felt by immigrant communities across the United States as enforcement efforts intensify. U.S. visa delays loom as Trump's order tightens immigration rules. Under Executive Order 14161, the U.S. State Department has reduced the eligibility window for visa interview waivers from 48 months to just 12 months, a move that will increase wait times for thousands of applicants, including H-1B and B-1B2 visa holders. The order mandates stricter screening and vetting procedures, requiring a comprehensive review of visa policies to enhance national security. The impact is already being felt in India, the second largest source of U.S. visitors, where visa delays have been a persistent issue. Indian External Affairs Minister S.J. Shankar has raised concerns emphasizing the need to improve legal mobility between the two nations. As visa backlogs grow, the future of U.S.-India travel remains uncertain. U.S. deports 157 more Indians amid crackdown on illegal immigration. A U.S. military plane carrying 157 deported Indians is set to land in Amritsar, Punjab today, marking the third batch of deportees sent back under the Trump administration's strict immigration policies. This comes just a day after 119 Indians were deported, with the majority from Punjab and Haryana. Among them, 2 men were arrested upon arrival for their alleged involvement in a murder case in Patiala. As deportation flights continue, Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann has raised objections to Amritsar being used as a deportation hub, questioning if similar flights would be allowed to land in Vatican City. With the US intensifying its immigration crackdown, more deportations of Indian nationals are expected in the coming weeks. 8 Gujaratis deported from US arrive in Ahmedabad amid immigration crackdown. 8 Gujarati nationals deported from the US landed at Ahmedabad airport on Sunday after being part of a larger group of 116 Indians sent back for illegal immigration. The deportees, including a woman and a child, were transported to their hometowns in Gujarat under police escort. Officials confirmed that 3 of them are from Gandhinagar, while 1 is from Ahmedabad. This is the second batch of Indian deportees under the Trump administration's intensified crackdown on illegal immigrants, with flights continuing to land in Amritsar before deportees are sent to their respective states. As the US tightens immigration policies, more deportations of Indian nationals are expected in the coming weeks. Trump fires 20 immigration judges amid crackdown on federal bureaucracy. The Trump administration abruptly fired 20 immigration judges without explanation, signaling an aggressive push to reshape U.S. immigration policies. According to Matthew Biggs, president of International Federation of Professional and Technical Engineers, the sudden dismissals included 13 judges who had yet to be sworn in and 5 assistant chief judges. 2 additional judges were removed last week under similar circumstances. This move comes as Trump and Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency accelerate their overhaul of the federal workforce, laying off thousands of employees in the past week. The administration's actions appear to align with Trump's mass deportation agenda, potentially slowing down asylum cases and increasing case backlogs. With these drastic changes, migrants and asylum seekers could face even greater uncertainty in an already overwhelmed immigration system. Mass deportations? Trump's immigration crackdown faces logistical hurdles. President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown is moving forward, but experts warn that mass deportations will be logistically challenging. With 1.4 million migrants facing final removal orders and 660,000 under immigration supervision, the administration has intensified enforcement efforts. However, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, that is ICE, has only 6,000 officers in its Enforcement and Removal Operations, ERO unit, making large-scale deportations difficult. To overcome these challenges, the Trump administration is bringing in federal agencies like the FBI, IRS, and DEA, while urging state and local law enforcement to assist in immigration enforcement. As legal battles over immigration policies continue, experts caution that implementation will take time and could face significant legal and logistical roadblocks. Our legs were chained. Indian deportees recount harsh U.S. immigration crackdown. A second batch of 119 Indian deportees landed in Amritsar at 11:35 p.m. on Saturday, marking another large-scale deportation from the United States under the ongoing crackdown on illegal immigration. Among them, Daljit Singh from Punjab shared the harsh conditions of deportation, stating, "Our legs were chained and our hands were also cuffed." Many of these deportees, mostly young individuals between 18 to 30 years old, had attempted to enter the U.S. using the dangerous donkey route, but were caught and sent back in shackles. With 157 more deportees expected to land in India soon, sources confirm that the U.S. immigration crackdown is intensifying. The Indian government is facilitating background checks and arranging statewide transportation for the deportees. From hope to uncertainty, legal immigrants fear deportation as Trump ends humanitarian program. Thousands of legal immigrants who arrived in the United States under the Biden administration's humanitarian parole program are now living in fear after President Trump terminated the policy, leaving their future uncertain. Among them is Valerie Levios, family from Haiti, who followed all legal steps to enter the U.S., only to now face the possibility of losing work permits and deportation. Similarly, Janvier de Guijimana, a refugee from the Democratic Republic of Congo, arrived just weeks ago only to learn that his older children's approval U.S. travel plans were abruptly cancelled. The policy change affects over 500,000 immigrants from Haiti, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, raising questions about their legal status and work authorization. While no new applications will be processed, the government has not clarified how it will handle those already in the country, adding to the growing fear of deportation. As advocates call the move inhumane, affected families brace for an uncertain future in a country that once welcomed them. U.S. deports 119 Indians amid crackdown. Deportees claim harsh treatment. A U.S. military aircraft carrying 119 Indian deportees landed in Amritsar on Saturday night as part of the Trump administration's ongoing crackdown on illegal immigration. This marks the second large-scale deportation this month, following an earlier batch of 104 deportees on February 5th. Another 157 deportees are expected to arrive on Sunday, February 17th. One of the deportees, Daljit Singh, described the harsh conditions during the flight, claiming that their legs were chained and hands were cuffed. Authorities conducted immigration and background checks upon arrival, leading to the arrest of two deportees, Sandeep Singh and Pradeep Singh, who were wanted in a 2023 murder case in Punjab. With more deportations expected, the U.S. government continues its strict enforcement measures against undocumented immigrants, raising concerns over human rights and treatment during deportations. Canada urges colleges to diversify student intake beyond India amid immigration shift. The Canadian government has urged higher education institutions to broaden their international student recruitment beyond India, the largest source country for study permits, according to Immigration Minister Mark Miller. Miller emphasized the need for diversity in student intake and encouraged universities and colleges to expand their outreach to other countries. While acknowledging the talent of Indian students, he stressed that the focus should shift towards quality over quantity in Canada's international education system. In a notable contrast to the Trump administration's approach to illegal immigration in the US, Miller clarified that Canada will not adopt similar rhetoric. However, he firmly stated that individuals staying in Canada irregularly, including those with expiring postgraduate work permits (PGWPs), must either transition to a new immigration status or leave the country. With tens of thousands of PGWPs set to expire this year, many international students face uncertainty about their future in Canada. Miller admitted it would be a rough ride for those unable to secure permanent residency or alternative visas. The government is monitoring the situation closely, but Miller warned that for some, hopes will be dashed as they may have to return home. Canada tightens immigration rules. Study and work permits now easier to revoke. Canada has introduced stricter immigration regulations, granting officers greater authority to revoke study and work permits under specific conditions. The new rules implemented by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, took effect on January 31st, 2025, as per Canada Gazette II. Key changes in immigration rules: study and work permit revocation. Permits can now be annulled if the holder becomes a permanent resident, passes away, or if the permit was issued in error. Stricter screening of ETAs or TRVs. Officials can now cancel electronic travel authorizations or ETAs and temporary resident visas or TRVs due to criminal records, security risks, misrepresentation, or false documentation. Crackdown on study permit fraud. The amendments target fake admission letters and unauthorized stays, ensuring compliance with visa conditions. Enhanced border security. Authorities can now revoke permits if they suspect an individual intends to overstay or if documents are lost, stolen, or misused. Why the crackdown? Canada's move aims to prevent immigration fraud, close loopholes in the study permit system, and reinforce border security. With tens of thousands of international students and workers affected, these changes mark a major shift in Canada's immigration landscape. Canada Child Benefit. Financial relief for immigrant families as next payment arrives February 20th. Canadian families, including newcomers and temporary residents, are set to receive the next Canada Child Benefit, that is CCB, payment on February 20th, 2025. This tax-free monthly support, managed by the Canada Revenue Agency or CRA, plays a crucial role in helping immigrant families navigate the high cost of living. Key highlights. Financial support for parents. The CCB eases childcare costs, benefiting families raising children in Canada. Newcomer and temporary resident eligibility. Many recent immigrants qualify for CCB, providing them with essential financial assistance. Rising costs, bigger impact. With inflation affecting daily expenses, the CCB remains a crucial aid for immigrant households. What immigrants need to know. Who can apply? Parents who are Canadian residents, including eligible newcomers with valid status. How much can you get? Payments vary based on income and number of children. How to apply? Submit your application through the CRA website or during your permanent residency process. With millions relying on this benefit, the CCB continues to be a financial lifeline for immigrant families building a future in Canada. Dodge shakeup. Trump admin drops charges against NYC mayor amid immigration policy push. Concerns over the Justice Department's independence are mounting as the Trump administration's new leadership intervenes in high-profile cases, including one linked to immigration enforcement. The Dodge, under Attorney General Pam Bondi, dismissed criminal charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams, citing the need for his cooperation on Trump's immigration crackdown. Critics, including resigning federal prosecutors, claim the move signals a quid pro quo, aligning legal actions with political goals rather than justice. Key takeaways. Dodge drops case against NYC mayor. Officials say charges hindered Adams' ability to support Trump's immigration policies. Wave of resignations. Top federal prosecutors step down, alleging political interference in legal decisions. FBI agents under scrutiny. Dodge demands names of FBI agents who investigated the January 6th riot, raising concerns of mass firings. New weaponization working group. Bondi launches a task force to investigate past Dodge cases against Trump and his allies. Immigration impact. The Dodge's latest moves suggest a tighter grip on immigration enforcement, prioritizing deportations and border security. The dismissal of Adams' case highlights how Trump's team is leveraging legal action to advance its immigration agenda. As political and legal battles intensify, immigration policies under the Trump administration could face major shifts in enforcement and priorities. That's all for today's daily immigration news on Immigration Talk Show. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more real-time immigration updates. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an important update. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and stay informed.